Welcome, everybody. We are broadcasting globally, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to IFMB CED webinars on policy and legislation. Next. So co-moderating with me is Antonio Fernandez, and we have an interesting lineup for you today. And this is a list of definitions which was sent to you earlier on. Next. And there's a whole bunch of resources that's available too on policies and legislation. CEHTM leadership principles, there are 12 of them. I think you're well versed, and this will be touched on in our seminar coming up. Next. So as far as policies and legislation are concerned, if we look at the WHO survey of 145 countries in 2014, we found that only 34% have a health technology national policy that is part of their national health program. And only 9% have an independent health technology national policy. 65% of countries have an authority responsible for implementing and enforcing medical device specific product regulations. So although WHO's health technology resolution was passed in 2007, that encourages all countries to have national policies on health technology, there's much that needs to be done. So there's a great need to push. Push stands for persevere until something happens, or persist until something happens. Next. And we will have Antonio who will explain later on some of these concepts on how we can push, how we can persist until something happens. A policy to future-proof healthcare is also something which we need to consider as we look at these policies. I think one of the things, of course, is to involve all stakeholders so that there's ownership towards these policies and legislation that is being derived. And it should involve technologies that are evolving. Regular attention needs to be paid to it. There's a proactive approach that needs to be done. Horizon scanning for emerging technologies should be the mainstay to future-proof healthcare. And we need to raise the importance of consistent health technology management, where there should be a concentration or centralization instead of different departments taking care of things. So I think this is something which needs to be in place. And we need to develop tools for forecasting impact of health technologies towards healthcare. And most important of all, it should be patient-centered outcomes that are integrated into entire product development lifecycle. And there are many others that we can talk about, but we don't have time in my brief outline. I want to hand the time now to Antonio, my co-moderator, who will speak to us about his thoughts in policy and legislation. Antonio, please.